It happens in silence. You say something innocent, a simple sentence, casual, thoughtful even. But then you feel it, that cold flicker in her eyes. The smile fades just a hair too fast. The tone shifts. The conversation turns stale, flat, dead. You don't know what just happened. You think maybe she's distracted. Maybe she got a text. Maybe it's you. And you're right. It was you. Or rather, what you said. See, most men think they lose women because they weren't hot enough, rich enough, alpha enough. But that's not how attraction dies. Attraction dies like a slow leak, quiet, unnoticed, until you're left staring at a woman who was once crazy about you, now suddenly not feeling it. But here's the twist. She didn't lose interest. You killed it. With your words. There are 7 phrases, 7 innocent little landmines, that men say every single day without knowing they're detonating their own attraction. And women, they'll never tell you this. They'll just drift, pull back, lose the spark. Because it's not what you look like. It's not your job title. It's not your cologne, your car, or your confidence. It's what you say when you're trying too hard to connect. High-value men know this. They speak less, but they say more. They know the line between mystery and validation, between power and approval, between presence and performance. In this video, I'm going to show you the 7 things high-value men never say to women. Not because they're playing games, but because they understand this brutal law. Every sentence you speak either deepens attraction or destroys it. So buckle up. Because if you've ever watched a woman pull away for no clear reason, it wasn't her mood. It wasn't bad timing. It was the moment you opened your mouth and said one of these 7 things. Oh, and before we continue, I've got something special for you. A free ebook, The Female Mind Control Handbook. It reveals the hidden secrets to making any woman crave you. Grab it now. Link in the description or pinned comment. Let's begin. Thing 1. I'll do anything for you. It sounds sweet, right? I'll do anything for you. It's the phrase romantic comedies love to romanticize. The sacrificial man. The desperate knight crawling through mud for her validation. But in the world of high-value men, this line isn't romantic. It's tragic. You see, the second you say this, you've already betrayed yourself. You've put her on a throne she didn't even ask for. It screams neediness. And neediness is not attractive. It's suffocating. Let's unpack why a woman doesn't want a man who needs her. She wants a man who chooses her, while standing fully in his own power. That line, "I'll do anything for you," tells her, I'm willing to lose myself for your approval. But here's the paradox. When you lose yourself, she loses interest. Why? Because if you'll do anything for her, it means you stand for nothing. A high-value man has boundaries. He has a mission that doesn't change based on a woman's emotions that day. He isn't cruel, but he's immovable. That's what makes him magnetic. He's the oak tree in the storm, not the leaf blowing in the wind. Think of it this way. A low-value man sacrifices his purpose for her attention. A high-value man sacrifices her attention to stay on purpose. Arrogance. That's masculine clarity. And women feel this, not just consciously, but biologically. Deep in their gut, they know which man would die for them, and which man is too alive in his own world to beg. So, if you're still out here texting things like, "I'd do anything just to make you happy. Just tell me what you need. I'll be whatever you want." Pause. Look in the mirror. Because high-value men don't shapeshift. They build. And they never ever say, "I'll do anything for you." Because the woman who's meant to be there won't ask him to lose himself to keep her. Thing 2. Are you mad at me? Ah yes, the classic nervous boy move. Something feels off. Maybe she's a little quiet. Maybe she didn't text back fast enough. So what do? You send a message. Are you mad at me? Boom. Game over. The masculine frame just shattered. Let's be brutally honest. When a high-value man senses distance, he doesn't panic. He observes. He doesn't need constant reassurance because he already knows who he is. But that phrase, "Are you mad at me?" It says more than you think. It says, I need your emotional approval to feel stable. Your moods control my self-worth. Please don't leave me. You've just handed her the steering wheel of your identity. Now, let's flip this. High-value men notice changes, yes, but they don't react emotionally to them. They don't assume the worst, and they sure as hell don't start emotionally interrogating her like a scared child. Instead, they stay grounded. They're okay with tension. They know that not everything needs to be fixed, and not everything needs to be about them. In fact, sometimes women test you with silence on purpose. They want to see if you'll fold, if you'll beg, if you'll become smaller just to soothe them. And most men fail the test. They rush to fix, to explain, to apologize for sins they didn't even commit. But the high-value man? He leans back. He watches. He lets the tension do its work. Because you know what's more powerful than asking? Are you mad at me? Silence. That's right. Nothing unnerves a manipulative test more than your calm, unwavering presence. And nothing attracts genuine feminine energy faster than a man who doesn't fold. So the next time you feel that urge to text her that weak line, ask yourself, am I being led by insecurity or grounded in strength? Because trust me, a woman doesn't fall for the man who needs to be told she's not mad. She falls for the man who's not afraid if she is. Thing 3. I'm not like other guys. Let's get something straight. If you have to say you're not like other guys, you are. Real power doesn't announce itself. It walks into the room and is felt. But when you say, I'm not like the others, you're not impressing her. You're preemptively defending yourself. You're trying to get ahead of her judgment before she's even made it. You know what women hear when you say that? They hear, please believe I'm different. I'm scared you'll think I'm basic. Don't group me with the rest of the guys who let you down. I want to stand out, but I don't know how, so I'll just tell you I do. It's self-sabotage dressed as uniqueness. The high-value man? He isn't like other guys. But he'll never say it. He'll show it through presence, through restraint, through his ability to not react when other men would crumble. He shows it by walking away from drama, from gossip, from situations where his integrity is on the line. He lets reality prove who he is, not his words. And here's the real twist. The men who say, I'm not like other guys, usually are. They use the line because they know, deep down, they're not offering anything else different. But the man who truly is rare, he doesn't need to convince. He's too busy being the exception. So, if that phrase lives anywhere near your texting fingers, delete it. Because the second you try to prove you're different, you've already shown that you're not empathy. Tell me what to do to make you happy. Sounds considerate, sweet, even noble. But peel back the layers and you'll see it's just disguised desperation, a subtle beg for direction, approval, and most dangerously, control from her. Here's the brutal truth. If you're waiting for a woman to tell you how to lead, you've already lost your masculine frame. High-value men aren't trying to make her happy. They're building a life so full of strength, clarity, and purpose that she becomes happy just being in that orbit. When you ask her what to do, you shift the weight of leadership onto her shoulders. You say, I don't trust my own compass. You steer, and trust me, she'll steer for a while, until the pressure exhausts her, until she realizes she's not with a man. She's babysitting a boy. The truth is, women don't want you to ask them how to lead. They want to feel safe in your leadership. And that kind of confidence, it doesn't come from trying to please. It comes from having a backbone. You don't ask, what can I do to make you happy? You become the kind of man who makes her happy by being deeply rooted in your own power. Sometimes her happiness isn't your job. Sometimes it's her storm to weather. But she'll never feel more attracted to you than when you stand there unshaken and let her be human without letting her chaos become your compass. Thing 5. I'm sorry you feel that way. Now this one is slick. Men say it when they think they're being diplomatic. I'm sorry you feel that way. But what they're really doing is dodging accountability and cloaking it in faux maturity. It's not an apology, it's a polite middle finger. And women feel it. This sentence is emotionally empty. It's not about resolving conflict. It's about escaping it while appearing reasonable. High-value men, they don't play that game. They say what they mean. If they messed up, they own it. Not to manipulate her into forgiveness, but because integrity demands it. And if they didn't mess up, they don't apologize. They explain their position with calm certainty. They stay composed, grounded, clear. This is the nuance most men miss. Women aren't attracted to constant apologies. They're attracted to emotional clarity. A high-value man will never say, "I'm sorry you feel that way," because it's an emotionally evasive cop-out. He'll say either, "I hear you. That wasn't my intention, but I respect how you feel." Or, "That's not something I'm going to apologize for, but I'm willing to talk about it." That's not cold. That's real. Women don't need a man who's always sorry. They need a man who's always solid. Thing 6. Please give me another chance. Let's make this one clear. When a man begs for another chance, what he's really saying is, "You are right to leave. I'm not worth keeping unless I plead." And once that energy is out there, the balance tips. He becomes the chaser, the entertainer, the actor auditioning for a role she no longer believes he deserves. High-value men don't audition. They present who they are and walk away if it's not enough. Now don't get it twisted. High value doesn't mean cold. It doesn't mean stubborn. But it does mean dignified. You don't need to convince someone to love you, because the second you start begging, you erase the mystery. And mystery is the soul of attraction. She can't long for a man who's clinging to her leg like a puppy. If you messed up, own it. Say your truth. But after that, disappear. Let her wonder. Let her feel the void. Because high-value men know, you don't reclaim power through begging. You reclaim it through absence. And if she never comes back, you don't chase her down. You let her go, because a high-value man would rather be alone with his soul intact than in a relationship built on desperation. Thing 7. You complete me. This one is dangerous, because it's so romanticized. You complete me. Sounds beautiful, right?
Wrong.
It's a nuclear bomb hidden in poetry, because what it really means is, without you, I'm not whole. It's the ultimate emotional outsourcing, a man handing his emotional oxygen mask to someone else, praying she doesn't leave before he suffocates. High-value men don't think like this. They aren't looking for someone to fill the cracks in their identity. They've done the work to feel complete alone. So when someone joins them, it's not from need, it's from abundance. Love should be a bonus, not a rescue mission. When a man says, "You complete me," he's unknowingly placing pressure on the woman to be his everything, his therapist, his muse, his emotional anchor. But women don't want to carry that weight. They want to feel your strength, not the silent plea that says, "Please don't leave or I'll collapse." The high-value man says, "I'm already whole, but I'd love to build with you." And if she walks, he doesn't shatter, because he was never leaning on her to stand tall in the first place. If you felt this video hit you in the gut like truth always does, hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications, because we're just getting started. This isn't a channel. This is a movement. And if you're watching this, you were never meant to be average. Let's go.